is one of my best friends and also is my mentor. They come into the store, and Chris says, "What you working on?" And I said, "I quit writing." And he said, "You can't quit writing, Pop. Getting old, somebody got to tell them stories." I said, "Well, brother, it's probably gonna be you." My mind thinking, "You probably gonna tell them stories, right?" He's like, "No, I think it's gonna be you." I said, "Now my writing days are over, man. Nobody cared about what I had to say when I was a kid. Nobody cared about what I had to say as an adult. My Queen Latifah days are done." He said, "Maybe that's the problem. Spent your whole life trying to be Queen Latifah. I wonder what it would be like for you to try to be yourself on the page. For you to open up your notebook and write your own stories, your own way, your own voice, your own language, your own style. Break all the rules. Just do your thing. Do it till it feels good to you. Let's see what happens." And because I trust this man, I opened up my notebook and started to tell the story of my older brother growing up in the neighborhood and all the nonsense that we would get into. It became a book called When I Was the Greatest. Then I started to write about what it felt like to lose so many family and friends at a young age and how nobody knew what to tell a kid like me. And it became a book called The Boy in the Black Suit. Wrote about my blind grandfather and how me and my older brother would go down south and spend the summers with him and have a good time believing that he could see. There's a book called As Brave as You. I wrote about growing up and my homeboy Matt's father tried to shoot him when we were kids and he ran and he hid in the corner store for 2 days. It became a book called Ghost. I wrote about all the girls in my neighborhood, Renee, Rochelle, Dee, Francis, Jessica, all the girls who had more responsibilities than anybody else in the neighborhood. Girls always had to go inside early, not because of safety, but because they had to take care of their little brothers and sisters, make dinner, make lunch, check homework, and do all kinds of things that young boys never had to do. They had to be 14 and 40 at the same time, where I can be 14 and forever, basically. I can be 14 now, right? And that was called Patina. What about my homeboy Randall, who was the strangest kid I ever knew, but one of the best friends I ever had. But he was an oddball, because black kids deserve to be oddballs too. It became a book called Sunny. What about my homeboy Luke, my homeboy Jermaine, who Lou was based on, was albino, and how strange it was to grow up with an albino kid, a black kid with white skin is complicated in my neighborhood. Wrote about what it was like to take a walk home from school every day and that 10 minutes of free time with no adults around us and how that's when we learned everything we needed to know about life and became look both ways. What about that same kid that Sunny was based on, Randall, was murdered when I was 19 years old and how me and my friends went to his mother's house and told his mother that we knew what to do because we were raised with a certain kind of code, a certain set of rules, no crying, no snitching, and you always seek revenge that we would do what we knew police officers would not. We would find who did it and would end that person's life. I've never been so angry in my life. I know that pain, and so it became a book called Long Way Down. Right? I know what it's like to be the only superhero in your family and to feel like you don't deserve it, to have survivor's remorse every day of your life, to put on a mask and feel invisible, take the mask off and still feel invisible. It became a book and a character that y'all now know as Miles Morales, Spider-Man. I could go on, right? You get it. If you